he wanted to pre-order a case.
I'm supposed to split it with him.
He might have said pre-order.
As long as one person pre-orders it,
Yeah.
that's all that JV cares about. So, who actually pays the monies?
No, I think he did mention you.
All right, we are back with the first round of the top 8.
You're selling cases very reasonably. I appreciate it.
If you're looking to order, pre-order sealed product of Return to
At
Ravnica.
legitimate MSRP.
JB, what are you charging for boxes and cases on pre-order?
$90 for a box and $520 for a case of Return to Ravnica until the end of the pre-release on Sunday.
That's a pretty good deal.
And then they jumped to $300 a box and $1,000 a case, which is a good deal if you're buying a case. But
Not quite that bad.
they're up to like a ridiculous amount everywhere else. It's obscene.
Good prices.
Everybody's...
Hey, this is a shop that was selling from the Vault Realms. It's still selling from the Vault Realms at $70?
Yes.
Which is a good $10, $15, $20, maybe $30 less than everyone else.
You could...
If you like good deals, then you'll like Lost Legion Games and Comics. Anyway, top 8, we've got Joe Lewis on the left. He's playing Frites. I think Joe Lewis made it in on 2 and 2, or at least 2, 1 and 1.
Jersey Gill made it on 2 and 2.
I know there's some 2 and 2s that made it.
We missed out on a great opportunity for some Lingering Souls.
And Adam Vickers again on the right playing his Bant deck, which looked pretty darn good in the previous round when we saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have made Adam play on this side because then I could see his
life totals.
See his life totals.
I see what you're saying. Have you come across any followers or retweets yet?
No. In fact, we plugged it yet again.
Do we have any viewers?
I don't know. Michael, last time I tried to do something high-tech with my computer, it literally crashed everything. I think next week I'll either bring myself or acquire another computer so that we can
Excuse me.
have all that stuff up and running. I do not think anyone else is in the... No one else is watching. But that's fine.
It's got to start somewhere.
That's not what we intended this to be.
No.
If you're watching the archives on YouTube or on Twitch, or if you stumbled upon us, that's fine. You got to start somewhere.
Fame and fortune, though.
And Joe Lewis starts somewhere with a Bird of Paradise.
Yeah, it's a good start. That's all. I'm going to make him a turn faster than Adam.
He's playing Mulch.
Who plays no one drops on his deck.
There are 2 Lingering Souls and a Thrag Tusk off that Mulch.
Adam was set outside. It seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That's improper. The Faithless Looting does not go into the bin until the other 2. So if we were playing Vintage or Legacy where Graveyard Order matters, I would call a judge. That's an interesting interaction with that Selesnya Militant. If you murder it, the murder goes to your graveyard. If you lightning bolt it, the lightning bolt is exiled. Because damage is...
True.
Damage. The spell resolves before the damage is checked.
Right. I think that'll ever...
I would have never figured that out on my own. The internet told me that. I just think it's an interesting interaction. As we see yet another alternate art ponder from Adam Vickers.
That's what he's known for.
If there's one thing I know about Adam Vickers, it's his love for alternate art ponders.
We got a pretty early start on our top 8 tonight.
Yeah, it's only 9:44. I mean, the rounds didn't go very long. JB was pretty good about expediting things. Joe going for the Mulch before playing his land, which is a good... And there's a Rights.
Are you going to go to IHOP with us later?
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Adam Vickers invited us.
Well, now I don't know if I'm going.
There's one thing I want to do. Is go to IHOP on a Friday night and listen to Adam yell. That's what I'm going to do.
What's up?
What's going on?
Too much. We're live here with coverage of the quarterfinals is what's up.
Talking about how loud Adam is.
He's got Thrag Tusk in his bin and Unburial Rights now. I don't know if that's the best thing he wants to do. He also has Unburial Rights in his hand. And Adam has done nothing but play 2 Evolving Wilds and cast a Ponder.
I feel like he's way behind right now.
Well, he's got images in his hand.
Alright, he spread his pocket out. Letting Joe think he's ahead, and then just...
Yeah.
Doesn't Lingering Soul just beat him to death?
Yeah, it could. What kind of graveyard hate is Adam playing, do you know?
I know he's playing Surgical from his earlier Frites match. He was like, I wanted to be dramatic. I think he has a Grafdigger's Cage on his side. There's just the one over there. And then like 2 Surgicals maybe?
Grafdigger's Cage seems good. But Joe has unlimited Ancient Grudges, doesn't he?
Yes, because he is playing green.
And that's Elishnorn, isn't it?
If that comes down, it's going to be bad news.
Well, he's just going to image the first thing he plays that's non-legendary, he's just going to image.
Right, but he gets to beat in here for like 3, 6,
Well, he's just
8, 10.
He's just going for the Thragtusk right now.
Okay.
So Joe goes up to 25, and then attacks with the 2 tokens.
I think Adam doesn't mind copying Thragtusks over and over.
No, that'll be fine. In absence of any other action. Well, he's going to cast an end-of-turn Angel.
So no, he blocked. He ate one of the spirits. He's only at 19.
Well, if this little text box didn't pop up right over the action every time.
What? You don't know what's going on. You are in the wind. Adam does not. I think Adam main decks Day of Judgment.
Yeah, probably 1 or 2.
2, I believe, is the list we made earlier. So that could be pretty critical.
He plays an image copying the Thragtusk, which puts him up to 24.
Then copy spirit tokens.
And Joe's just hard casting Norn. I don't think he's... Wait.
Plays Mana Leak.
Mana Leak.
Oh.
Timmy Bradshaw signed Stronghold Mana Leak. I didn't think... Did you tell me he didn't have Mana Leak?
I didn't think he did it, but I remember I had to load him for it, or find him for it. Because he's running
there's... Okay, well then you kind of have to, I guess. Or at least play some of them. But I could see a deck not playing him. See, now it's a weird situation where you don't want to attack in with your Thragtusk. I love Mimic Vat so much.
I've been picking them up even though they rotate out very soon.
He's going to get that Phantasmal image under the vat, and then what's Joe going to do?
Scoop it?
I mean, he can win from there, I guess, but... Rights on Norn.
I don't think Adam cares.
No, but I did see a really bad movie with Barry Sheldon. And he was
I think Ian's discussing the One Night in Paris.
Oh!
For snag.
So he drops to 24, and now he's just going to eat all of this business, right? Kill the bird?
You definitely eat a bird, and then you swip Thragtusk with image, you put image under your vat. Oh
yes, yeah, you do it. Yeah.
Adam's making a game out of this.
So he takes 2. Right?
How are you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good.
We'll sit down and discuss things.
Perhaps later.
Okay.
Are you coming by to the Magic Celebration tomorrow and going to televise it as well?
I had not planned on it. I'll bring my stuff, but I might just play in the event, which would eliminate my ability to do that. I might just set it up and just stream it live with no commentary, just for fun. Leave that mic open, but I want to come. If I'm here, I'm playing
turn
it.
on the cameras, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that.
You can actually just commentate your own matches.
I'm going to play this because I don't know my opponent has. I have Mana Leak.
That seems like a bad strategy. So Joe trackers instincts and it's a flare.
What if you don't have Mana Leak and you just like this old school to your opponent and next level up?
You old schooled him. I don't think I've ever heard that as a verb. I totally old schooled him.
I'm trying to bring it back.
So what's he going to do here? At end turn, is it end of turn he's going to make a copy of the angel?
I would.
You might as well. You're not losing anything by doing that, right?
No. not at all.
He has more than Han. Is there advantage to that?
I don't know what he has in the graveyard.
Yeah, he's gonna make the bird. Yeah, but not blink anything. Pretty quick one tonight, JB.
Yeah.
It seems that way.
Last week, literally, like all but one of the rounds that we had on the camera went to 3 games at a time. There's just a lot of control decks last week. Because like Adam's playing, this is like an aggressive deck that he's playing now. It's not really, so that's one less control deck you have to worry about. The Wright brothers aren't here, so that's one less control deck you have to worry about.
Sam Swisher was here earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play
I think
that.
just stopping into.
That's because he doesn't play Magic anymore.
Does he not at all?
He doesn't play Standard. Although he did say he was thinking about playing Standard again now that we're streaming it.
I thought it was because Ravnica was
I don't know how serious he was about that.
I was talking to Joseph. I was like, when I started playing competitively, you were not even 2 years old. And that's when I started the discussion about how old we were back here. And they decided that Michael was the oldest. And then me and you were tied. Way off subject, by the way.
I'm an old man.
How old are you two then?
I'm 25.
You want to guess?
Well, Max implied that you were the same age as him,
Mhm.
but I don't think you're 25.
I'm not 25.
I would guess that you're about 30.
I'll be 32 in 3 weeks. I'm an old man. Now, the bigger question is not how old I am. With that information, the most important question is, Zach, at 32 years of age, why are you in the back room of a comic book store on a Friday night?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Talking to him?
I believe I am still older than you. I believe I'm 33. I'm not 100% on that.
You pipped me. That's what they would say.
I didn't do the math.
I mean, we could be out like doing cocaine on strippers right now, but that's not responsible.
So back to this game that we're ignoring. Joe,
Is that Flair the hate band?
yeah, he just barrel rights to Flair and took out the
That could
Angel
beat
with
Adam.
it. Yeah.
Strictly damaged at this point. But he's out one in barrel rights now, isn't he? He's already used it and flashbacked it.
Yes. I don't know if there's another one in
Should
there.
be, well, I mean, he's only got 3 more left in the deck, and Adam's got mana leaks, and maybe he can race it.
No, he doesn't have Mana Leak in his hand because he would have probably used it there.
Well, he's got the birds and the dude left.
Mm-hmm. So he's just going to take 2 from that, down to 18.
I think Adam can race him. I hope.
He's got his own Thragtusk. Is Thragtusk the card that's normally in Frites?
We used to play Hunt Masters for the life game, and now Thragtusk is just a billion times better.
Well, it wins the game better, too. I think it's a better win
It's
condition.
better, yeah, against removal.
No, he's got a Thragtusk in his hand.
Yeah,
But
Adam
not,
or
yeah,
Joe.
Adam, but he doesn't have enough mana to use it as
He
well.
blocks the flare, right? And domes Adam for 5.
No, because he steals it.
Oh, doesn't go to the graveyard. Well, maybe Adam's got this back.
That's why I'm telling you, Mimic Vet is the best. It has it's incidental graveyard hate to
But
so
I'm
many
like
good.
$1 right now, too. I picked up 3 off Michael last Friday for a trading post or something.
I trade for every Mimic Vet I see in the book. Every EDH deck should have it, and I'm a firm believer that almost all standard decks could play one of them. I mean, the pod decks they're amazing, but with the interaction, but just by themselves, it's not like you need to build a deck around it.
Right.
It's just good. You're just seeing how good it is.
I'd love to put one in that Grixis deck. Does it kill so many things? Adam would like to make it a Druidic Satchel, which is what it was before I changed it.
Adam Vickers loves Druidic Satchel. He's got one in that deck that he's
Does
playing
it?
right now, yeah.
The foil one that I took
It's
out
a
of the
foil.
Grixis. That's
It's a foil.
exactly why I took it out and handed it back to him.
Joe is living the dream here with infinite unburial rights.
Kind of wish he had that image now, doesn't he?
He might have another one in his hand. He's got
He's going to eat a boatload right here.
he's got an angel in his hand. He's going to take 12, 13, 14. Down to 4. He'll go up to 9 with the Thragtusk.
Can you play the Thragtusk and make a flare?
He can eat one of the tokens with Bird. He has a hero in his hand.
Does he have vapor snag or something? Just keeps him in this? Or is he
Snapcaster Mage.
vapor snag?
Vapor Snag, one of them. Oh, Vapor Snag the Norn. Puts Joe to 23.
Does Adam just die to the 4 tokens, or we have his life wrong? We must have his life wrong.
No, I think he's at 4, but he can make... Oh, that can't be right. No, he just figured it out. He said that's dumb. But he can make an angel here and block one of them.
Well, it's past that point.
Yeah. I wonder if Joe watches these backs and realizes how kind of like...
Is that Gristlebrand?
he played it like he's slamming it on the table.
How'd you do, Hunter?
I want to.
Awesome.
That was a quick one. Who'd you play?
The Blu-ray guy.
That he played earlier.
Note to Joe Lewis, if you watch this after the fact, don't slam your awesome cards on the table. It's bad sportsmanship.
Adam Vickers is one of those who still had all these guys there.
Yeah, 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's what my
They
grandma
went for
said.
funny entertainment. I think he needed that life.
Yeah, so he goes back up to...
We don't know what his life is.
I thought I did.
Hunter, you're
He's at
covered.
14.
Go find out what his life is.
Okay.
You didn't have to. I was just being bossy. Hey, I have pull. High five.
Joe's at 14.
14.
Joe's at 14?
Adam.
Yeah.
And Adam's at 10. Yeah, I can see his life total, Pat. I just must have missed something.
Thank you, Hunter.
The problem is the Gristlebrand, just the life total so much. If he had, he's just going to hard cast an Norn here, right?
I don't know what's a mana.
But he can't, I don't think he can beat a Norn.
You might have a leak. The barrel writing.
Oh, there's a
Craterhoof?
Craterhoof in there.
Ooh.
Well, game 2 is much, I mean, Joe, to be honest, like, Joe's supposed to win most game 1s, isn't he?
I think even through a vat like that.
Well, but he had 3 in barrel, right?
That's true.
I mean, Adam's going to bring in 3 or 4. I want to go look.
We should have a draft diggers and at least 2 surgicals.
Joe's list is right there. Tell me what he's reading.
Give me that list. We're going to find out. Joe's options are Memory's Journey, Ray of Revelation, Sun Titan, Ratchet Bomb, O-Ring, Ancient Grudge, Sword of War and Peace, Sever the Bloodline, Wormcoil, and Sigarda. I believe in this match he will bring in probably the Sever, because the Sever's really good. Ancient Grudge for sure. Sword of War and Peace? What do you think? What do you think, Hunter? No, but what about all the angels and stuff?
I don't think that it's going to be like against Adam's control. I don't think that it'll do anything. It'll just sit on the board.
I don't believe he's going to bring in Oblivion Ring or Ratchet Bomb, because that's some kind of irrelevant. But I believe that the Ancient Grudge and the Sever the Bloodline. And May, what do you think? Sword of War and Peace, think he'll bring those in?
Joe? I don't know.
I'm on board with the Sever and the 2 Ancient Grudges.
So Joe probably he likes to bring in these 2 Memories Journal just because it's a way of tricking. If someone targets his creature for surgical extraction, he Memories Journals his own stuff simply to avoid getting it all stripped out. He'll bring in the Ancient Grudges. I don't know how good they'll be because Adam is not running any artifact removal. He's not running Torm's Crypts or Craft Digger's Cage.
He had one, but he never had the cage on the side.
I didn't see this, but he's got a Ratchet Bomb I think he could bring in against Lingering Souls tokens. He's got 1 Surgical Extraction. He has a Terminus, which I think is probably good.
Yes.
He's got Consecrated Sphinx you might think about.
I don't think so.
I don't really think Joe has a control deck. I think it's just a combo deck.
Ancient Grudge gets the Blade Slicer tokens. Keeps you from getting beat up early.
I think Consecrated Sphinx is a good choice against Faithless Sleeper.
Well,
Draw 4.
Faithless is early. It doesn't matter. Knock it the Sphinx.
Right.
He
But
had-
you might need to dig later.
He had one other card.
Well, if you're sitting on the Sphinx and drawing off his digging, you're winning anyway.
Yeah.
At least I think so. I don't know.
Win more.
Win more. Magic jargon all over the place.
I dropped the Dirtle earlier in the next level.
Last week you were dirtling. You said something about dirtling, and then I chastised you for it. And Sam Hanna said something about metagame or something. I can't remember.
Joe Lewis is the one that dropped the Dirtle bomb on me today. He told me the red, black, white Frites was just a big Dirtle pile and wasn't worth playing.
I'm a firm believer that about 90% of people who use the word dirtle in a Magic context have no idea what they mean.
It means Adam Vickers has his thumb up his butt. Open that door.
Adam had another card in his sideboard. Oh, he has his own Elishnorn.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't know.
It's interesting. I would probably put it in against Frites, to be honest.
He kills their tokens. Did you tell him to do
I
that?
went. So we always tell him when we go to tournaments and he plays something he does bad. We're like, Adam. Just like every time Brandon Gibbs goes to a tournament, we always go, should play fairies.
What do you think, Max? Would you put in Elishnorn against Frites?
It's really good against like all of his birds and stuff, but it's not going to come down early enough to matter.
Right.
His images are just as good to battle Elishnorn, and
Right.
Adam doesn't need Elishnorn on his side.
I'll tell you guys right now, there are 3 people watching this.
Really?
And one of them, I don't even know who it is. One is me. I think one is Brett Rose.
I like Brett Rose though. Tell Brett Rose we said hi. I'm sure he's hearing me say hi, but typing it does not hurt.
What's it say?
It says Joe likes fatties.
I said boys or something.
Well,
Like that's inappropriate, Adam Vickers. Let's hope that Adam firmly dislodges his thumb from his butt and we get a game 3.
there's way too much talks about thumbs and butts. That's not the image I'm trying to portray. So we had 20 people in the tournament. The top 8 was Adam, you, Hunter, Joe, you made it?
Yep.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won.
Okay, Jesse
High
Deal.
Kept one lander first day. First
Why
time.
would you do that?
Brent, aren't you watching us?
What's going on? Weren't you-
Brent Rose is here.
I just gave you shout outs because I thought you were watching us at home. That means we have 2 people
I'm
watching.
so glad you're here because I'm just hoping that means that Max will stop talking about thumbs and butts.
Sons and what?
Well, there's a long story, but it involves if you walk outside and go up to Adam and you go, he gets very upset.
Okay. I'll bear that in mind.
He every time we go to like regionals or like Grand Prix or something, and Adam like screws it up or messes up, I always tell him he's gonna throw up his butt. We go, hey Adam. So how are you doing, sir?
I'm all right. I watched a little bit of this. I heard y'all talking.
Are we?
Yep.
There were 4
We
people
sure
watching
did.
this.
4? Are we eloquent? Did we make you? Do we amuse you?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Taylor is now watching from home. He was watching from the seat right next to me, but now he's
a
at the house.
Legitimate viewer.
Here's this. I can click this button and ban Michael Taylor.
No!
How did that matchup with the Red Deck Wings work out for you?
Game 1. Oh, him
Yeah.
in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
He won.
Oh.
What are you doing this evening?
I had to work. Now I'm here. I'm probably gonna go draft later.
So me and Adam.
At Rick Shop or at St. Albans?
So,
I didn't know if they did a late night draft.
yeah, that's pretty much quality.
We're gonna get IHOP.
That's not as fun as drafting.
No, it's not. If I ever has to work a double, then I should
Costs the
work
same,
on
huh?
a draft. Just done it.
All right. We're back to game 2. Joe's cast looks like some mulches and a lingering souls, and now is resolving a faithless looting.
Come on in, Brad.
Resolving, that's good jargon too.
It's in the battlefield.
Adam to his
Oh,
Adam to his
that
credit.
angel's unfair.
It's a very good card. As a guy who tries to play red cards,
Yep,
I don't
sword.
like it.
That's a good play. They could steer that angel all day.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. What will be the target of the nuts right now?
Mm-hmm. Joe last week ran really good too, but then he didn't run good in the semifinals against Scotty. I
We're
think
gonna
he
see.
slammed him.
They get a vapor snag in response to an equip. That's my vote.
That's what I was thinking.
Does he have an acidic slime?
Just out of curiosity, how many strong enter the battlefield effects are staying in whenever the rotation happens?
Thragtus.
Slime's an M13, right?
Yeah, angel.
Snapcaster.
Snapcaster.
Acidic Slime's in 13?
I think so.
I personally like the Lviv Sky Knight dude that detains something.
Yeah, the detain was a pretty solid mechanic.
Yeah, I like it personally.
Do you think we'll see a Faith Fetters card in the new Ravnica?
I mean, Encrust is already there. I mean, I know
I
it's
want
not
like
what you-
Game 4 kind of thing. Like Faith Fetters was annoying.
All those face feathers.
all that
It was
Adam could.
3 and a white, and it was an enchantment from Ravnica. It says enchant permanent. That permanent's activated abilities cannot be used, and you gain 4 life.
Sweet.
If it's a creature, it can attack or block too. Yeah.
And,
It hits lands?
And
It's all
artifacts and
Sweet.
stuff.
they're not going to reprint Face Feathers. In the meantime, all that Adam could do is township his dude and attack. He has a Wrath of God in his hand, but I think he's waiting to use it until he absolutely has to.
Well, absolutely has to. It's very soon with the Sword of War piece.
Well, I'm trying to see what it looks like 5 to 26. It's very hard to keep up with these guys because Joe is trying to set some kind of world record for play pace.
Well,
And every
You
time
get to-
I update my scores,
A turn's passed.
it shows it blocks all of Adam Vickers' cards.
So he's not going to dare to throw all his angels away? Or is he really
I think he's now realizing that he played an angel and now has to day.
Is he sitting on a snag and just being a big...
Well, I mean, Joe has some burial rights in the yard. There's a Thragtusk.
Okay. It was worth...
How many swords does he have in the sideboard?
He just took two township angels to the face.
So he's at 16. Oh, he's at 15 because one of them was doubled.
He was in my league deck. Which, when we had that league, the league week where...
So he's going to reanimate something. I see a Thragtusk, and I see some Lingering Souls. I guess he has a land in hand. Is
Have you
that
taken your quiz yet?
Card.
No, I'm taking it. There's been arguing with her on discussion.
Why didn't he just animate something? I mean, Adams is at 5. Wouldn't you just animate the Thragtusk
Yeah.
there? Like, because now you give Adam another draw step to come up with something, right?
He does have leak mana. Well,
Yeah, he has a mana leak in his hand.
Wait twice here?
Yep.
I guess if he just keeps whatever off the table with the mana leak, he can maybe race it.
I mean, if
He's got 4 turns.
but if he plays a land here, he can't leak it.
Juggler's doesn't have a land. He has a land done, and he was playing it as you
He just said he
switched.
misplayed. He should have.
These cards going to be worse after election on rotates.
He's got the land. He can pay for the leak.
I know you'll have
But
plenty
then he
of-
can't equip it, I guess.
You still have the mana base.
I'm dropping a lot of frames this time. It's a lot less quality. Did you notice any lag or drop?
when did you get my text? Because you texted me back like 15 minutes after I texted
He
you.
just leaked
Oh,
a
I
Birds of
didn't. I
Paradise.
didn't notice you had text me, so there was some delay in that.
Well,
What was it?
He leaked a Birds of Paradise.
Well, I mean, otherwise it's not going to be any good, and it carries a sword, right?
He's actually got a sword on Spirit right now.
And he can't block it, and it kills him.
It's pay 1, tap it, and 1 mana, and then he comes.
Is it gonna
It
day?
costs more mana, but you can focus on to anything, so, yeah.
Ancient Grudge. Yep, they brought the grudges in.
Because sometimes you don't know what's going on.
City Township. And I think Joe brings in the Ancient Grudges against every deck.
The probably just been main deck.
At least one, probably. He just loses, right?
God, What did he image? I imaged the
He
blade
imaged the blade slicer.
Yep,
Yep.
that's it.
That was, who won game one?
Joe did.
Joe won 2-0. So
That's
how are they doing over there? Are all the games done?
Mine was the second one done, so this would be third or fourth.
So who's still left? Joe won. You won. Who's the other one? The two Bryans.
No one.
The two Browns are playing.
Goblins are doing well for you again.
I went 2-2, and then I made it to top 8 by some miracle. One land hands all day.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
The
Make sure
scores
it's
for
nice.
7 through 13 were randomized
Are you all
because they
set?
were all
Is it
set.
off?
Pardon?
Like, can they hear us?
They can hear us.
How do you focus on at home?
You just want to. Okay, you wanted to make sure.
No, I didn't want to say, like, get in the way of the coverage.
Oh no, we're fine.
Jordan Petio here.
This has all been staged for your entertainment here at All Season Games.
Hit me up on the Facebook.
You know what you can hit us up on? You can hit us up on our.
Oh, that was a segue. For this,
You can watch our archives.
and these are also correctly spelled, if I'm reading correctly.
What are you laughing at?
Just him interrupting all day.
Poor etiquette.
So Twitch.
I was just going to see if anyone would recommend it.
You can watch our archives on twitch.tv. That's obviously where the stream is, but it does archive the videos for a certain period of time.
I'm gonna go play Jordan Petio.
Terrible.
But we also upload these permanently to YouTube.
Till the next game.
So either of the links below, you should be able to watch our archive footage from last week as well as this week. Also, I did put up in the middle of the week a small commercial. Not really commercial. I don't know what it is. It was just like, hey, watch our thing. And it was give more information that wasn't typoed. Because last week, all of my advertisements had typos on them. Were you here for that?
No.
And while we're waiting for future, also remember tomorrow's Magic Celebration, which we've been talking about all night. Did you play that last year, Brett?
I did. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of, I'd say probably half the people in there were not people that I see normally at FNM. So there's definitely there were a lot of moms. I think Joseph's mom played last year.
Was last year at the old shop?
Yes.
Okay, that's actually the first time they played, and I played Joseph.
Yeah.
First round.
Yeah, that's a good point. That was the first time Joseph Deal, who's now in the top 4 of this tournament, and won 2 weeks ago and was in the top 8 last year. No, last week he had a bad week. But yeah, it's a perfect time to come out. The only skill you need is the ability to open magic cards out of a pack. And as we talked to JB earlier, he'll make arrangements if you can't do that yourself. He'll make sure it gets done. But that's this week, not just here, but at every location, participating location. So just go to Wizards website and find a location near you. And more importantly, I've been asking everyone all night, Brett, how do you start your games of Magic?
I normally just roll 2d6.
I'm so ashamed of you.
I really like your method
Of
here,
all
too.
the things that you could do right now to offend me, you could not have done it more by saying it. You roll dice?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
What is this, the third world?
Yeah, well,
Everyone knows that the proper way to start a game of Magic is to play rock, paper, scissors. And the best way to do that is to do it the way that Wizards of the Coast R&D intended, which is to shuffle up scissors, lizard, paper, tiger, and rock lobster from Unglued. And if you don't have your own, I'm trying hard to give them away. I'm trying real hard. I'm not giving them to you. Well, I'll tell you what, if you follow me on Twitter and then retweet the giveaway tweet, which I put up a couple during last round, you just follow me at Zach Sells Magic on Twitter. In the second round of this tournament, I posted a tweet about the giveaway. You retweet that, you're entered in the drawing. Next week, I'll pick a winner and send them out.
How many people have...
That's a hard 0 so far.
Ooh, let me just get on. I believe I
Hey.
already followed somebody. Yeah.
Everybody in this room is eligible to win as long as they do exactly what I just said.
So I have to
And there is
follow.
value to that too, because you retweet it. That's a whole new segment of people.
Okay.
We're not trying to get rich and famous here, but it's a good exposure for
I
the
was
show.
going to put that on camera.
Twitter?
What do I have to
How's
do?
our audience been tonight?
About the last tweet I made was about the giveaway. It says retweet for chance to win.
How I usually start is, we see who has the most fingers, and if it's the same, then we roll dice.
Well, that's good. You don't just show the bottom of your
What am I trying to
That's the
do?
most fingers.
your very own set of rock paper scissors.
Oh my god, I don't want those.
They're fun.
I know.
If you have 2 sets, you can feasibly have one of the draw games, which could lead to a lot of fun. I mean,
What is this? This is Jordan and Max. Every time, poor Max. He wanted to, during the week, he really, really, really wanted to do coverage, and so he asked me, hey, can I sit and do commentary with you? And I said, absolutely, you can. It'd be great. And then when he got here, he realized he really, really, really wanted to play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, because every day he's like, hey, you want to come over? We'll play test. I really want to try this deck out some more. And now he's not even...
How's it going? How's it going? Pretty good. Awesome. Doing good. Also, sort of War and Peace is doing a lot of outside work.
Yeah, that was a good draw.
Yeah, that was.
We were debating whether or not he was going to bring it in. Because Joe was the mystery person who gave me a deck list.
Would you look at my sideboard?
Because I was wondering what you might bring in, what Graveyard Hate had.
Yeah.
We thought Surgical, maybe the Terminus, maybe the Ratchet Bomb for the tokens. Maybe
brought in Naturalize.
maybe your own Elishnorn.
Yeah, I don't think I can ever cast it.
Yeah, I didn't think. Basically, it was just the Terminus and the Surgical. I thought were good.
Yeah. Apparently, the Naturalize would have been really good.
How good is
So you're gonna go home and put 2 more Surgicals in your
No,
sideboard?
I'm not playing. I
Surgical
surgical last
gives you-
FNM. I can play this.
Not
one.
very good. It
I
depends.
mean, I may be able to play the 30th or whatever,
Surgical
but that'll
out.
be pre-release on it.
My burial rights, fine. I'll just start hard casting.
Really?
And
We still have hardcast and what?
creatures.
Yeah, but he can
I can
beat.
ramp.
But he can beat
quickly.
one dude. I mean, he
Yeah.
plays 3 images main.
Yeah,
Who, me?
he can beat a dude at hard.
Well, Smash is recording up pretty ready.
Yeah, everybody should congratulate Joe Deal, who's the only person still out there
All right.
with the tournament.
I've been told we're going to game 2.